So I had to download that and then put it in here because I couldn't stitch to it. I'm not sure why. I don't know why some people turn stitching off. But anyway, she goes on to talk about how that's a state highway in Mississippi that's still in use. Sadly, this is not the only bridge or piece of infrastructure in this condition. This is an accident that will happen. I guarantee this will come up in the news at some point. She said she did contact the proper people to let them know this is going on. I'm pretty sure they already knew. There's just no funding for it because we don't have funding for stuff anymore in most places, especially places like Mississippi. Um, it should just be replaced. Those are jobs. That's jobs that could be filled that are not going to be filled, and the infrastructure of this country continues to crumble. Here in Colorado, we had a train derailment because a bridge collapsed. Like, these are preventable. It's not that they're not known. Somebody's noticing. There's just nothing they can do about it, and we need to get these things fixed. But infrastructure is something that's going to continue to fall apart in this country. I've shared videos from people that I've seen, other videos that people have shared showing issues in New York. New York's obviously a huge issue because that city's fairly old and has a lot more going on in it. But there are a lot of bridges. This conversation came up as early as the Obama administration. How they did do some, there was some work put in, some funding provided, but infrastructure is a huge issue. Again, there are a lot of bridges, waterways, and other areas that are falling apart. Dams that are breaking because they need repair and it's just not happening. We're turning into a third world country is what's happening. When you see places over, overseas that are falling apart and we call them third world nations, and we're like, oh my god, their houses look horrible, their roads look horrible, and that happened because the money wasn't put in to fix it. That's what we're going to look like. We already have places in the south that look like third world nations because they're not maintained, and it's not like a Thomas Kincaid, oh look, that windmill is just falling apart, or look at that cabin, it's so cute. No, it's not that at all. It looks awful. It's rust, it's rotted wood, it's all these things. John Oliver covered this not too long ago. There's a whole episode talking about areas that are really problematic. So this isn't something that's unknown. It's known, but the funding keeps getting shot down. And again, we do dumb things like providing Israel with money they don't need. We're not only spiting our own citizens of jobs, we're also making our country worse. So we need to stop these things. You guys really need to urge the people in your lives that don't know any better, who don't look into these things, to read into their local city propositions, their state propositions for infrastructure repair work. Get these people to vote and explain why it's good. And if they say no or they don't understand, ask them what they don't understand and try to make it clear. I know this is hard, but that's the work we got to do. We have to start helping people to understand that we need certain projects done, or it's going to be so bad. I don't know how many cars travel on that bridge, but at least one person is going to be severely hurt, if not just unalived, because that bridge collapses at some point. I mean, that thing's not too far from, if a semi runs it over it, it's just going to destroy it. So do you have something in your area that is in need of repair? Have you tried contacting anybody to get it done? I did a video a while back talking about how they're doing some spillway work in my neighborhood because it's a flood zone. I'm happy for this because it's going to bring my property out of a flood zone. I want more projects like this to take place. That's just in my area. And I know there's a ton of others. If you're against this type of work, could you explain why? Could you leave a comment explaining why you don't want this kind of work done? Why it is you would vote no on approvals for it? I'd be glad to hear those reasons and to try to figure out better methods that we can work forward as people to make things better on all, because I just don't think there's a valid reason why you would vote no on infrastructure work. But I know it happens because I see votes that come up where people vote no on the infrastructure work, and the only thing I can see is the propaganda gets these people, because other than that, I don't see any reason why it would stop. So